Jesus, Ade, what the hell happened here?
You happened here, Edward. The damage you caused 6 years ago has not been undone.
I'm not an easy man to call a friend, am I? Is that why you're here?
To fight beside a man so driven by personal gain and glory is a hard thing, Edward. And I have come to feel the assassins and their creed a more honorable course. Have I been unfair?
No. For years I've been rushing around, taking whatever I fancied, not giving a tinker's curse for those I hurt. And yet here I am, with riches and a reputation, feeling no wiser than when I left home. Yet when I turn around, look at the course I've run. There's not a man or woman that I love left standing beside me.
There is time to make amends, Captain Kenway.
Mary. Before she died, she asked me to do good by her, to sort out the mess I made. Can you help me?
Mary was fond of you, Edward. She saw something in your bearing that gave her hope you might one day fight with us.
Aye. She told me.
And what do you think of our creed?
It's hard to say. For if nothing is true, then why believe anything? And if everything is permitted, why not chase every desire?
Why, indeed.
It might be that this idea is only the beginning of wisdom, not its final form.
That's quite a step up from the Edward I met here many years ago. So what do you think?
It'll take some getting used to.
The second attack this month, I should have moved this village long ago.
I brought all this upon you years ago, but I will stand by you now.
It will take more than a few favors to call yourself a true assassin, Edward.
One thing at a time, mate.
Under attack once more. Come. To the beat.
Stay close, Edward. Follow my lead. Facciate, leccio! ¡Venceremos a esos! ¡Puedo abatirlo! tiro.
Janumuk awoyetel abishan. And once more you have our thanks, Edward. You are welcome here.
Thank you, sir. I'll rest here for a time before setting out, if I may. How's her child?
She is a strong woman, but not invincible.
Edward.
I'm sorry for your loss.
If I'd stayed in prison, they'd have taken him from me. He'd never be alive. Maybe this is God's way of saying I'm not fit to be a mother yet. Carrying on like I do. Cursing and drinking and fighting.
You are a fighter, aye. In prison, I heard stories of the infamous Anne Bonny and Mary Read taking on the King's Navy together. Just the pair of you.
It's all true. Anne would have won that day if Jack and his lads weren't passed out in the hold from drink. Edward. Everyone's gone, aren't they? Mary, Raccoon, Touch, all the rest. I miss them so. Rough as they were. Do you feel that too? All empty inside?
I do. Devil curse me. I do. I know my targets by sight well enough, but how will I find them?
We have spies and informants in every city. Visit our bureaus and the assassins there will guide you.
That fixes Torres and Rogers. But Bartholomew Roberts won't be near any city. Might take months to find him.
For years. But you're a man of talent and quality, Captain Kenway. I believe you will find him.
And if you're at a loss, do not be afraid to call on your quartermaster for aid.
Quartermaster! What's our present course?
Due west, Captain, if it's still Kingston we're sailing for.
It is indeed, Miss Bonny. Call it out.
Weigh anchor and let fall the courses, lads! We're sailing for Jamaica!
How does it feel to bark so loud?
I've barked louder, and to men twice as rough.
Tending bar at the old Avery.
Among other places. And I sailed with Mary and Rackham for a time, remember?
Of course.
Mary did most of the captaining, Jack did most of the drinking.
Did Mary... Did she ever tell you who it was that fathered her child?
It was a young fella. Sailed with us on that last voyage. Poor lad was killed fighting beside us. The only man not too drunk to stand up for himself.
There was so much about her I didn't know. I called her a friend. But was I one in return?
She thought the world of you, Edward. No worries about that.
Well, that's good to hear.
Douse off at me! Clue up! Clue up!
Captain Kenway,
You have something for me?
the present whereabouts of the Templar Woods Rogers. He is attending a small political function, so do it clean.
The word is King George is calling Rogers back to London.
Aye, not happy with his progress in Nassau.
Still too many pirates roaming about, from what I hear.
You'll need a disguise to fool the powderheads at this party. I suggest the visiting diplomat, Ruggiero Ferraro. He's been on our list for some time.
Understood. Will you send this to England for me?
Aye, the ship leaves tomorrow.
Caroline Scott Kenway, Hawkins Lane, Bristol.
We'll go. When I'm damn good and ready. Va bene. I am ready. We go. Does your gut never get tired of all that fly? There is no beauty to this city. No expression of joy. No aesthetic plan. You walk your streets like animals. Like cattle with no sense of decorum. Idiots. You are all idiots. How you English believe you can subdue the world is beyond me. Themselves asleep. Ah, praise God for imported wine. There is no beauty to this city. No expression of joy. No aesthetic plan. Subdue the world is beyond me. Praise God for his working wine. Can drink rum more than once a month. Dio Dio. Vabbè. I am ready. We go.
They should ship.
There is no beauty to this city. No expression of joy. No aesthetic plan. You walk your streets like animals. Like cattle with no sense of decorum. English. Believe you can subdue the world is beyond me. Praise God for his working wine. Va bene. I am ready. We go. There is no beauty to this city. No expression of joy. No aesthetic plan. You walk your streets like animals. Like cattle with no sense of decorum. You are all idiots. How you English believe you can subdue the world is beyond me. can drink rum more than once a month.
Salve. Forgive the lateness of my arrival. I am Rogerio Ferraro.
Hi, Mr. Ferraro. Not a problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, a toast to my brief tenure as Governor of the Bahamas. For under my watch, no less than 300 avowed pirates took the King's pardon and swore fealty to the Crown. And yet, for all my successes, His Majesty has seen fit to sack me and called me home to England. Brilliant! God bless the fucker! Therefore, hooray! Hooray for the ignoble and ignorant prigs who rule the world with sticks up their asses! Hooray!
Torres. Is that true?
You are Mr. Ferraro,
Good day,
I take
friends.
it.
Carry
I
on.
do adore your cookery. Such elegance.
Torres was a
and
governor
colour.
too, and like me, had a firm commitment to seeing justice done.
I say that's a smart-looking outfit, but it can't be comfortable in this heat.
See. But for a man
And
of
how
a
is
good
Mrs.
taste
Rogers
as
these
ourselves,
I haven't the
form
faintest idea,
must
and I only
always
tend to
take
inquire any
precedence
further.
over
We
function.
separated almost 5 years ago, and both our lives have been the better for it.
Forgive my curiosity, Governor.
Perhaps I'll be more candid later, when the remainder of my reason has left.
Pardon. Another
I say
engagement
that's a
demands
smart-looking
my attention.
outfit, but it
Let
can't
us
be
continue
comfortable in
this
this
at
heat.
another time.
Thank you for hosting my little send-offs. I haven't been too rambunctious.
A little free with your speech today, but nothing to be hanged for.
Soon, all the monarchies of the world will be obsolete, and when that day comes, men like Torres and myself will reveal ourselves as the architects of their undoing.
And how is
Christ,
Mrs. Rogers these days?
You're a bold
I haven't
one.
the faintest idea, and I don't intend to inquire any further.
You are Mr.
We
Ferraro, I
separated
take
almost
it.
5 years
I
ago.
do
and
adore your
both our
cookery.
lives have been
Pardon.
Such
better.
elegance and
Another
colour.
engagement
Forgive my
commands my
curiosity,
attention.
Governor.
Perhaps I'll be more candid later, when the remainder of my reason has left me. I brought those brutes in Nassau to heal, by God, and this is the thanks I get. Unbelievable.
Damn right you did, Rogers. And if it's a character witness you need back home, I'd gladly tender a letter into court.
And how is Mrs. Rogers these days?
I haven't the faintest idea, and I don't intend to inquire any further. We separated almost 5 years ago, and both our lives have been the better for it.
Forgive my curiosity, Governor.
Perhaps I'll be more candid when the remainder of my reason has left me.
Damn shame about your dismissal, Rogers. Had my confidence. Still do.
Well, it's not a done deal by any means. When the king hears my complaints, I'm sure he'll come to a more sensible conclusion.
Any regrets, Captain Rogers? Any business left unfinished?
Yes. I'm confident I can sway the king back to my position when he sees the efforts I have made on his
I say
behalf.
that's a
Let us
smart-looking
continue
outfit,
this at
but it
another
can't
time.
be comfortable in this heat.
Bastard came back with what little we had put aside for the wee one's needs. Now we're in desperation. We've been lounging about the place, contemptuously bearing knives and reading that.
So you die.
I brought those brutes in Nassau to heal, by God, and this is the thanks I get? Unbelievable.
Damn right you did, Rogers. And if it's a character witness you need back home, I'd gladly tender a letter in support.
You are Mr. Ferraro, I take it. I
Good day,
do
friend.
adore your
Carry
frippery.
on.
Such elegance and color.
Damn shame about your dismissal, Rogers. You had my confidence. Still do.
Well, it's not a done deal by any means. When the king hears my complaints, I'm sure he'll come to a more sensible conclusion.
And how is Mrs. Rogers these days?
I haven't the faintest idea, and I don't intend to inquire any further. We separated almost 5 years ago, and both our lives have been the better for it.
Forgive my curiosity, Governor.
Perhaps I'll be more candid later, when the remainder of my reason has left me.
With the Spaniard, Laureano Torres. Is that true?
It is, I am proud to say.
I say that's a
Torres was a
smart-looking
governor
outfit.
too,
Excuse
I
me.
can't be comfortable in this heat.
Commitment to seeing justice done.
You are Mr. Ferraro.
Pardon.
Who's Mrs. Rogers
I
these
do
days?
Another
adore your
I haven't
engagement
the
for man's
faintest
matter.
idea, and I
Elegance
don't
and
intend to
colour.
inquire any further. We separated almost 5 years ago, and both our lives have been the better for it.
Forgive my curiosity, Governor.
Perhaps I'll be more candid later, when the remainder of my reason has been. Thank you for hosting my little send-offs. I haven't been too rambunctious.
A little free with your speech today, but nothing to be hanged for.
Why then, how's this? Soon, all the monarchies of the world will be obsolete, and when that day comes, men like Torres and myself will reveal ourselves as the architects of their undoing.
Oh, Christ, Rogers, you're a bold one.
He was a privateer once. How is it you lack so much respect for sailors only trying to make their way in this world?
You couldn't possibly understand my motives, cretin! You have spent a whole lifetime dismantling everything that makes our civilization shine.
But I do understand. I've seen the observatory, and I know its power. You'd use that device to spy and blackmail and sabotage.
Yes. And yet all for a greater purpose. To ensure justice. To snuff out lies and to seek truth.
There's no man on Earth who needs that power.
Yet you suffer the outlaw Roberts to use it.
No. I'm taking it back. And if you tell me where he is, I'll stop the man.
Here at the edge of a blade, I find a friend in you at last. Principe, you mad bastard. Our best sources say Principe.
I've got to hide out of here!
You, stop!
Must be hard.
Get away!
It's done.
Where now?
Grab your kit and pack well. We're sailing for Africa.